My amplified unit. Let me know if and when you can hear me when we go live. Oh, here we go. I'm up. I'm up and running live. Amp unit. Switch that shit, man. You good? Can you guys hear me good? I got good playback personally. I want to make sure that you guys are good. All right, I got good playback. I'm going to ditch the Sony bass boosting, noise canceling, bad boy motherfuckers. I like the earbuds. You guys know that, man. What's up, everybody? I'm going to chill out with you guys for about a half an hour before Dynamite tonight. If you want to hang out, love to have you. I know most of you guys are going to... What's up, everybody? Most of you guys are going to catch this afterwards, obviously. Don't worry, man. BC, I didn't know you were live. You know how this works. I only gave about 10, 15 minutes of notice, and I just went live because I have a half an hour to an hour, however long we go. It will not be more than a fucking hour. It shouldn't be anyway. Or my amplified unit was crazy on fire tonight. But I only gave about 10 to 15 minutes notice. Most of you guys are going to catch this after. I totally understand. This is why I tell you, don't just be subscribed, bro. Subscribing is only half of it. You gotta be notified. There's like a fucking bell or something underneath me right now. You gotta press the fucking bell shit. Because that's when you know I'm live, man. And I only give 5, 10, 15 minutes notice most of the time. So, what up, everybody? All the way from fucking Australia. Damn. Michael, what up, man? Thank you, Australia. Man, we got a bunch of countries up in here already. So anyway, to those of you, the thousands of you that are going to catch this afterwards, man, that's why you got to be notified. Other than that, don't worry. I only gave 10 minutes of notice. We're just shooting the shit right now, man. A couple of stories I want to go over. I'm going to get to MJF and Renee Paquette in a little bit. Survivor Series, Full Gear. We'll go over all that. I want to talk Logan Paul and John Cena, man. Check this out. What's up, everybody? I want to get into this just so I make sure that I talk about everything I wanted to talk about in the first half an hour, so I don't forget. Logan Paul is pushing. I can fucking speak. Let me get another swig, guys. It's been a long fucking day, man. I'm on number 9 as it is. Starbucks vanilla latte, in case you guys are wondering. So Logan Paul is pushing for a John Cena WrestleMania match, right? This is exactly what he says, man. He's already been in communication, in contact with Paul, Triple H, Levesque. Listen to this. This is a quote from Logan Paul. After Crown Jewel, this is Logan Paul, guys, a quote. After Crown Jewel, John Cena posted me on his Instagram, and then I saw an article saying he's looking for an opponent at WrestleMania. I favorited it. Responded with the eyes emoji. Truthfully, I think me versus John Cena would break the internet, so I texted Triple H right away. I told Triple H, do you want to break the internet again? Because that's a dream match. WrestleMania, LA, on my birthday. Triple H, throw me a bone. Give me a birthday present. Let me take out John Cena. That'd be crazy. End text. So communication is already abound. And Triple H, there's nothing we have heard in concrete other than Triple H is, according to Jake Paul, his brother, Triple H is absolutely contemplating that match. That's Jake Paul. Jake Paul has also went on, guys, and gave the latest injury report on his brother Logan. Jake says it's actually doing a lot better. They thought at first it was a torn ACL. It was actually just, I hate saying that because it's still a bad injury, but just an MCL tear and meniscus. Usually when it's real bad, guys, you tear all three. The MCL, the meniscus, and then the worst is the ACL. And I've talked to many PTs in the last 48 hours about this injury, And they said the same thing. He ain't finishing the match the way that he did if he had a torn ACL. Not even with the adrenaline would he be able to pull some of those moves off, because you lost all stability in that leg. It'd be like a jelly leg at that point, and the pain would be astronomical. That's why when I heard possibly torn ACL, I said, this guy's going to be a Superman then. And then you have to do the match, Superman versus Super Cena. But we found out that it is not a torn ACL. It is a torn MCL, torn meniscus, 6 month up front, all of November, all of December, January, February, and then you start. If he's rehabbing correctly, he could actually do this match for April. I believe early April is WrestleMania. March, you can kick in a storyline if you wanted to, probably February, if they wanted to do this match. And if you listen to Logan Paul, his latest words were, he is making WrestleMania. One way or the other, that's the ultimate goal. And he has never, in his words, he's never not made one of his goals. So this is where I got to ask the chat, man. Would you guys want to see Logan Paul versus John Cena at WrestleMania? And if so, I'm going to ask you to play Booker. Who the fuck loses? Logan Paul just shows up and loses against another legend. First, he just lost to Roman Reigns, who's the current fucking unstoppable champ, everybody's calling him. Then he comes into WrestleMania and he loses to John Cena. At some point, even though he's putting out bangers, we're going to have to start saying, dude, can you win a match? I mean, he won a couple, and then he's on a losing streak. And then on the flip side, does John Cena come back to lose to Logan Paul? Chat, where are you at, man? Carlos Ray says not looking forward to that match. Carlos just says like it's blunt, bro. Kevin MD says respectfully, BC, no. Ms. Risa, no. Alice, great timing for Logan. Yeah, well, if he's going to come back for Mania. Shabazz says no. Sure, Paul loses. I'm good with it, says Daniel. JC just says no. Larry wants a poll. I should put up a poll, but this is one of my like spur of the moment live streams. So it's not one of those live streams where we can really gauge a big part of the amp unit, you know? Most people don't even know we're live right now. I only gave 10 minutes of notice. So thousands will come up later and be like, fuck, man. And then it'll just flood the fucking comments with yes or no's, and that'll just get Das Boot because it'll come up as spam. But, no. I don't see that. A lot of you guys are saying no, but there are some yeses, like Prince Maverick. Or actually, Prince Maverick, you might be the only yes, bro. I don't know if I saw another one. No, AJ says yes. I got an absolutely not from JP5150 saying fuck no, bro. I love it. You guys are just blunt as fuck, dude. Crazy Country Boy says no, WrestleMania is turning into a what is that? Maybe a joke? I thought that said journey at first. What's it turning into? James Miller. Who do we cheer for? I know, that's what I'm saying, man. Logan's going to get a badass reaction when he comes back. I don't know if that's the match reception-wise, but you can't have either one of them lose. That's so hard, man. Some people were claiming Austin versus the John Cena. Guys, that's totally stupid. Why the fuck would you bring two part-timers back just to do a match that many wanted to see 15 years ago? I don't think WrestleMania is the time for that. If you're going to do that, let's utilize some young stars, right? Even if they lose. John Cena versus Austin Theory. I'm fine with that, right? Stone Cold versus fucking Sami Zayn. And the Bloodline, maybe up to WrestleMania, he's been pissing off the Bloodline, losing a bunch, not proving his colors. So WrestleMania is the final straw. If Sami Zayn does not beat Stone Cold, there's going to be repercussions. And Sami Zayn doesn't beat him. Stone Cold wins. Stone Cold has a beer bash. He's on his way back, and he sees the Bloodline beating the fuck out of Zayn. Stone Cold comes to the aid of Zayn. I don't know. I could think of a billion different ways you could do this. Or you could have Sami Zayn going into WrestleMania as a face. I don't know who he takes on. I mean, John Cena's a face. Stone Cold would be a face. It can't be a legend, so it'd be... I don't see him taking on Roman Reigns because Cody and The Rock are going to fill those spots. It's going to be Cody versus Roman on night 1 or 2, and then The Rock versus Roman. That's what it should be anyway. I mean, that's what it's aligning. He's going to pull double duties. right? He's got duty 1 on Saturday night with The Rock. He's got duty 2 versus Cody, and Cody's got to take the titles. I don't know how we do this, bro, but I don't understand how Austin versus Cena is going to help anybody on that fucking roster. Is it a match that I need to see? Maybe 10 fucking years. Not like the Rock and Roman. I'd rather see Rock and Roman a billion times before Cena versus Austin. I'd rather split them up. Let John Cena take on one of these young bucks. Let's let Stone Cold take on one of these young bucks. Not Matt and Nick Jackson, by the way. Who do you guys got for fucking John Cena at WrestleMania if he comes back? Who do you guys even... Yeah, I mean, I guess I would get John... If Triple H can keep booking Austin Theory in a good way, I mean, it's many months away. I cannot put any stock or trust into fucking 3H's. But if we can start to make something out of Theory, that could be a good fucking match, Theory and Cena. Or even Theory and Austin, if you do it correctly. Austin versus Austin. But who do you guys got for John Cena, then? Because it looks like Triple H is going to go Logan Paul. Logan Paul has already said, if you guys are just joining, I just want to say this one more time. This is Logan Paul's statement, man. This is an actual quote from Logan Paul. After Crown Jewel, John Cena posted me on his Instagram, and I saw an article saying he was looking for an opponent at WrestleMania. I favorited it, which I guess is pressing like the like on Instagram. I don't know. And then he responded with the eyes emoji. So they're interested in taking on each other. He goes on to say, and I quote, truthfully, I think me versus John Cena would break the internet. So I texted Triple H right away. And I told Triple H, do you want to break the internet again? Because that's a dream match. WrestleMania, LA, on my birthday. He said, Triple H, throw me a bone, give me a birthday present, let me take out John Cena. That would be crazy. We would break the internet. So... it looks like Triple H is going to do that match. I honestly think he's going to give Logan Paul for his part in what he did at Crown Jewel in helping to make them all that money, and then everybody walked away and saying it was a good event, and what a main event. Triple H, Vince McMahon looked like a fucking $50 million because that's the payday they got. At Crown Jewel, Vince McMahon got $50 million fucking dollars for that one show. And everybody was talking about how good that main event was. This could be a prize. This could be a birthday present. This could be a thank you to Triple H. You want John Cena? We'll make it happen. Salute. So guys, I guess it doesn't matter what the fuck we want. Triple H, Paul Levesque, is most likely going to give all of us John Cena versus Logan Paul. I have no doubt, wrestling-wise, it's going to be a good match. I have no doubt, storyline, it will be a good story. I'm not going to throw shade at any of that. I just don't like the fact that neither one can take this L. John Cena's coming back. He's not going to fucking just lose to Logan. And Logan losing back-to-back to Reigns and Cena just doesn't feel right. And he's so fucking good, I hate to see him just lose against all the big guys up front. But such is, man. What did you guys say you wanted Cena against, by the way? Let me go back a little bit. Cena versus Seth Rollins, Shabazz says. That could be, man. Bump up Seth Rollins. Make us all know what the fuck Seth Rollins is. Right now, he's supposed to be a face. He's coming off a lot like he's a fucking heel. Last week, throwing shots at the fans. This week, he's running away. 2 weeks in a row, by the way, he's run away from competition. He just, like, kind of hides. I mean, that's usually what the heels do. So if you can book Seth Rollins to find out who he really is and get the crowd not confused, Cena versus Rollins could be good. I don't think they've ever faced each other on a big stage, have they? Like a WrestleMania? Edge versus John Cena, that's just one of those situations where I would pay double. If you told me WrestleMania is $90, but I get to see Edge versus John Cena, I guess that would be badass. Again, I ask, who wins? Cena versus Theory, Carlos, yeah. So anyway, guys, there's so many fucking ways you can go here, but just know that you're probably going to get, because Logan Paul is pushing for this hardcore, you're most likely going to get John Cena versus Logan Paul at WrestleMania. I think it's going to be a stacked fucking card. If you get The Rock versus Roman and Roman versus Cody, night 1, night 2, a double header for Roman, and we get a Stone Cold match, and you get a fucking John Cena, Logan Paul, even if it is Logan. I mean, guys, that's looking to be a stacked fucking card. And I want to see something huge with Sami Zayn's bloodline storyline, man. If it culminates at WrestleMania, or that's where they finally split up. I'm guessing it's going to be Royal Rumble where they split up, and that'll lead to something. Maybe Solo Sikoa versus Sami Zayn. By then, one of them will have a mid-card title, and that'll be a title match, maybe. But anyway, guys, big news there. Logan Paul pushing for that match, and an injury update. It's looking better. It is not a torn ACL. It is a torn meniscus, torn MCL. That just saved him 3 to 4 extra months of rehab, which means Logan Paul is coming back for WrestleMania. Stone Cold versus Bray. Big name. Could you imagine that, dude? Guys, before I go into Renee, because I got to talk Renee Paquette, there was a couple of VIPs, and I don't have a lot of time per se, about a half an hour tonight, so I want to go over to my couple of supers real quick and give a shout out to Fleck. Fleck Guapo. Where the fuck you been? I haven't seen Fleck in a second, man. Salute, Fleck. Let me drop a little bit of Starbucks for Fleck Guapo with that 2-spot. Logan versus Cena, ? Ain't no way, boy. Yo, tell your other boy that. Tell the 3H's. Tell the fucking big nose, the banana nose circus is what Jeff Jarrett calls it. BC's not dropping any news off the top of my dome piece that is not fucking verified, man. This is what Logan Paul is stating. He's already communicated with Triple H, and the latest word we're getting from his brother Jake Paul is Triple H is currently contemplating it. So I hear you, Fleck. I'm just the messenger in this one. We could be getting John Cena versus Logan Paul, bro. And it will be a really great match. I bet you it would be a great match with a really good storyline. I just don't know if that's what the wrestling world is calling for. So this is one of those things where 3H's has to be very careful what he actually produces. Fleck Guapo, appreciate you, dude. Good to see you up in here after a while. And Strict Tango's back up in this bitch. What up, Strick? Strict Tango with that 2-spot. Salute, man. Strick says, your thoughts on Sasha promoted as formerly known as for CCR. CCR. What's CCR? What is CCR? Should I know what CCR is? I'm just drawing a blank on CCR. Strict Tango, are you still up in here? Oh, JR9. Hope you're feeling better, bro. JR9 up in the chat, dude. Salute, JR9. Hopefully you're good, man. I heard what happened to your girl last night. Alba Fire, dude. Mandy Rose came out with that shit. But another girl from the homeland came in. Another girl came in to save the day from Mandy. Sir Charles, Creedence Clearwater Revival. That's what I was thinking, bro. Comic-Con. Oh, Comic-Con Revolution. And she's going as, I believe the article that I read is Mercedes Money, M-O-N-E. No Y in the money. So she can actually trademark that. So Mercedes Money and a bunch of other trademarks. Yeah, guys, I do think that is Sasha. I think we're going to find out that is Sasha. But I believe she is returning to World Wrestling Entertainment. She's still actually contracted somehow. I don't know what the relationship is. But she is still contracted by WWE. She is still a part of them. It's on their public page. There's nothing more I can tell you. Legally, she's actually a part of WWE. So they're working out something where maybe she can do outside shit like Logan Paul gets. Logan Paul has actually signed a WWE contract. What makes Logan Paul's contract so different than anybody else, even Brock Lesnar, who has a totally different contract, Logan gets to do a bunch of other shit. For instance, he was going to have a boxing match in January. He had to postpone it because of the injury. So he had a boxing match. He was going to partake in a big, well, not big, but it's streaming. Streaming is taken over. Streaming series. He was going to have a big part in it. And he had to get out of that part because of this injury. Or they're going to postpone the scenes. My point is this, guys. Sasha Banks, I believe, is going to be able. They're going to restructure her contract, and she's going to be able to do a lot of shit that she wasn't able to do in the past. And I wish her the best of luck. If anybody has earned it, and I hate that word, because we say people deserve and earn everything these days. But if anybody has fucking earned a little bit of wiggle room, a little bit of fucking respect, a little bit of chance to do what they want to do, like a Bray Wyatt, let them do it. And that's what I say for Sasha. Anyway. Strict Tango, that's my thoughts on Mercedes Moné and all the trademarks. I do believe that is her. It's going to come out to be her. I believe so anyway. Everything that I read points to her, but I also believe she is going to be with World Wrestling Entertainment. She's just going to have a restructured contract. Strict Tango, I appreciate it, dude. Always good to see you up in here. Salute. And Haley Lucas. Haley. Hopefully life is good. Hopefully all is rocking, man. Haley, it's so good to see you up in here. Thank you for the 2-spot. Thank you for the coffee. Hey, BC, just saying hello. Haley, stop by more often, will you? I see you, once every 7-8 streams? I understand I only give 10 minutes of notice. Nobody ever knows I'm fucking live. But, Haley, it's always good to see you up in here. Let me give a proper salute to one of my tried and trues. Haley Lucas, much love, much respect. Good to see you up in here. Thank you for the coffee. That's over to Haley Lucas, Strict Tango, and Fleck Guapo. Took an extra fucking step and threw BC a coffee on the spur of the moment. Appreciate that. But if you guys don't mind, BC's got a small amount of time, man. I got about 10 more minutes, maybe. I got to talk about Renee Paquette. Renee Paquette, and I want to give an actual fucking quote, man. I want to give this. She has slammed MJF, and I mean like fucking win at this motherfucker, bro. MJF, I don't think MJF has anybody talk to him in the men's locker room like this, in the ring or behind the scenes or an interview. There's not a dude in AEW with the balls to say this to MJF. But this is what she says, and it is fucking glorious, man. Listen to this. You ready? I gotta give you guys verbatim. I have to. Renee says this about MJF, and I quote, "Listen, I think that it's an absolute guarantee that John, her husband, Jon Moxley, will be mopping that ring with MJF's face. He will literally paint that ring red with MJF. This will be a battle of a grown-ass man just beating the absolute piss out of a child that thinks that he knows what he's doing in this world of professional wrestling. He's going to get a rude awakening on Saturday when he realizes that he's not actually ready to run with the Wolves." Come on, bruh. How do you not give a salute to Renee, who just cut a better promo than 90+% of the wrestlers today, bro? Because that's what Renee just did. And she's right. He is going to paint the ring red Saturday at Full Gear, because every Mox match ends with him busted open and wearing the crimson mask. But damn, I read that just about an hour and a half ago, and I said, you gots to be fucking kidding me. There's wrestlers, grown fucking men wrestlers, that don't cut promos like this or cut interviews. I have to say this again. Renee Paquette, the wife of Jon Moxley, says this: "Listen, I think that it's an absolute guarantee that John will be mopping that ring with MJF's face. He will literally paint that ring red with MJF. This will be a battle of a grown-ass man just beating the absolute piss out of a child that thinks that he knows what he's doing in this world of professional wrestling. He's going to get a rude awakening on Saturday when he realizes that he's not actually ready to run with the Wolves." Come on, dude. Damn! I gotta give her a salute. Salute to Renee for cutting a better promo than 90% of these fucking wrestlers. She went in on MJF. And if you guys remember, several weeks ago, Renee was interviewing MJF at the top of the ramp, and it was just magic. I'm like, just let them go for 10 minutes. Or have them in a backstage sit-down where Renee is interviewing MJF in like a more personal setting, and they just have a riff. Like, you could tell Renee is put off by this dude. But you know what? With MJF looking like he's turning a face, which I think is all just a rouse. I think we're all being swerved here, and I think MJF goes diabolical, devilish heel come full gear. I hope so, because I just like MJF better as a heel. And lately, even on social media, he's talking about being the leader that AEW needs. It just does not scream MJF. But I hope that we see so much more in the future with MJF and Renee Paquette, because they're just magic. And this by Renee, I mean, how do you fucking... I don't even know. Mox has been on cloud nine with his promos as of late. Mox has been so exceptional with his promos, and his wife is basically matching him. I think it's a guarantee that John will mop the floor with MJF's face, she says. This will be a battle of a grown-ass man beating the absolute piss out of a child that thinks he knows what he's doing in the world of pro wrestling. Damn, he's not ready to run with the Wolves. And Saturday, my husband, Jon Moxley, she says, John is going to paint that ring red with MJF. MJF's face. Damn, bro. I got to give that respect over to her for sure. Salute to Renee. Keep that same fire and energy. Absolutely love it. Hold on, guys. Breaking news here, man, with the NXT rating just came out. NXT has pulled 663,000 viewers on the USA Network. It ended up 26th in the 18 to 49 demo. Ranked 46th if you include broadcast television. There was basically no difference from last week's total viewership. So they were roughly around the 663 as well. This show saw Braun Breaker defend his NXT championship against Von Wagner. And Apollo Crews keeps inching toward that championship. But if people don't give a fuck about Apollo on the grander stage, that's a bigger problem. So, you know, it's easy to find your footing in a smaller pond like NXT, man. I don't understand if this is supposed to be what college is to the NFL. If Triple H is trying to sell this as developmental, then what the fuck is Apollo winning a championship gonna do? No NFL football player goes back to college to win a championship. It doesn't make sense, 3H's. Apollo defeated J.D. McDonuts and then Mandy Rose. Fended off Alba Fire in a last woman standing match. With help from Jer9. Tell me I'm saying this right, man. Isla Dawn. Her own peeps came in there and cost her that match. So NXT struggles a little bit. According to JR9, man, the NXT product is still pretty fucking good. Even better than what it has been in the past. And it's just people are not maybe giving it a chance. Isla. Gotcha, man. Isla Dawn. I don't know enough about her, to be honest. I don't have the fucking time to learn every pro wrestler in the world. I got my hands full with fucking Japan. In case you guys were wondering, I was doing some research on Japan, like Stardom and New Japan. Do you guys understand that there's 8,000 wrestlers just on the women roster? Slight exaggeration, bro. I want to do a video concept, and I'm not even kidding you, bro. I know of a few hundred. Yeah, a lot of you guys are saying NXT is good, man. They pulled 663,000, so we'll see. WWE Raw still in the shitter, man. They pulled 1.64. Last week, they pulled a 1.6. I think it was a 1.592. And this week was a 1.64. So they gained 40,000 viewers. I guess you got to look at that as a victory, right? Hey, fucking, if you gained one fucking viewer, run to the bank, don't look back and think it's going to be a mistake. Just keep going, Triple H. So they gained 40,000 at least. But they are so far at this point. If you keep fucking around with 1.516, the problem, guys, is when Monday Night Football is no longer around. Good luck even trying to get back to 2 million. Because at least before, back in the day, right now, like just last year, right now, they would be at a 1.7, 1.8-ish, right? And then when football's done, then you can try to creep back over 2 mil. What you've done now is you have leaked now to 1.5, 1.6. So now you got to try to fight back to 1.8, 1.9 when football is done. Because you're wasting 6 fucking months of people not giving a fuck about your product. And you don't get all of them back. We've learned this over the years. And that's how you slowly but surely lose $500,000 to $1 million to $2 fucking million. That's how you lose, motherfuckers, every single football season. Because you have not produced a product worthy of, even in commercial break of the game. Just switch the channel to see what's happening in pro wrestling, man. Just switch the fucking channel. Not anymore. You don't need to do it anymore. Back in the day, your last channel button was on USA Network and TNT. It was Monday Night Raw, and it was a Monday Night Nitro, it was called, for WCW. And you were flipping back and forth, and then football was your third wheel. Unless my Green Bay Packers were playing. It was, that was last. You would check that out in the fourth quarter a lot. Like after the WWE and WCW were done, then you would check it out. And that's why they beat the shit out of football back in the day. That's why they fucking didn't just take chunks of their audience. They wiped the fucking floor with football. These days, football's bringing in fucking 12 times what this shit is. They were nearly at 13. These motherfuckers are fucking around 1.5s. And that's acceptable, because we're just going to go out the next day and go, it's football, man. It's... Come here. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. It's fucking football, man. Everybody watches football. Nobody cares about wrestling until after football, man. And then it's a birthday, man. It's the president's birthday. It's a president's speech. It's a holiday. It's my grandmother's fucking reunion. High school reunion, man. It's National Coffee Day, man. It's fucking Green Bay Packers Day, man. It's National Derek Fleming Jr. Day. It's National Strict Tango Day. It's National Alice Day. It's National The Wisdom of Charlie Day. It's National N.E. Dangerously. National Sir Charles Day. National JR9 Gaming Day. It's National Go Fuck Your Mother Day. Everything's gonna have a fucking day. Everything's gonna have a fucking day. At what point do you just say, hey, we didn't produce a good enough fucking product? At what point do you just say you didn't produce a fucking good enough product? You're always going to have a season, a playoff game, a presidential speech, a presidential debate, a fucking... How about you just produce a good fucking show? Just produce a good show. Just do that. Dude, here's a crazy concept. Make people go, oh shit, it's a commercial in a football game. I gotta go see what the fuck's going on Monday Night Raw. Who the fuck's doing that, bro? Who the fuck really needs to see Elias taking on Shelton Benjamin? Who the fuck needs to see Baron Corbin taking on Ninja Tozawa? Who needs to see Mandy Rose no, Mandy's actually killing it right now on her night on NXT. Who needs to see Dana Brooke versus Tamina Snuka? Or no, who the fuck was Dana in there with? Dana was in there with Mia Yim. I love Mia Yim. Triple H has given people no reason to give a fuck about her. She shows up on last Friday. Nobody even knows who the fuck she is. And then this week, she's just taking on Tamina like anybody should give a fuck. No, instead, everybody was just warming up against one another. Look at the crowd during Mia Yim versus Tamina. Everybody's warming up in their Snuggies. They all brought a Snuggie. They're making hot cocoa in the stands. Everybody's reading each other bedtime stories. Who needs to see it? Nobody needs to fucking turn off football for WWE these days. Back in the day, you had to, though. It wasn't a choice. You didn't say, hey, let me switch to WCW. No, you were watching like this the whole time because you had to see when the NWO was coming out, but you knew that Stone Cold's glass was about to shatter and Vince is in the ring. But now you know that fucking Sting is about to fly down from the rafters. You know that Sting is coming out with that baseball bat from the sky. And then you're wondering, did I miss Goldberg? Oh, Goldberg's about to go 8,000-0 on his streak. Who the fuck is he gonna kill next? Then you gotta go see fucking DX. Because the New Age Outlaws are gonna do some fucking crazy shit. You can't even turn the channel because The Rock versus Chris Jericho's coming up. Back in the day, man, we had wrestling by the balls because wrestling was hotter than the fucking sun. And now people are gloating because Raw got a 1.64. They went up 40,000 viewers from their 1.6 last week. Man, how low is our fucking bar? Anyway. I think my 9th coffee is hitting in, guys. I might have to end this. I think I'm getting too amplified right now. Let me hold on. Before I do, guys, there was a couple more of VIP super chatters up in here I want to give a salute to. A. Merrick with that $5 super chat, man. Thank you for the coffee. A. Merrick, it's always good to see you, man. One of my tried and trues. I don't always get to see A. Merrick. I know you're always busy, brother. Sorry, we're too amplified, BC. Hey, Merrick, I was just saying that, dude. I think I'm getting too amplified. I'm going to down this one and maybe not have another coffee for at least, maybe till the end of Dynamite. And then I'll brew one up, man. Hey, Merrick, good to see you up in here, dude. Let me give you a proper salute. And Hollywood guy, man. Wow, a bunch of you guys I haven't seen in a while. Thank you for the coffee, Hollywood guy. I truly appreciate that, man. Hollywood guy says, can you see Sasha going to Japan to fight Kairi Sane for the first ever IWGP title? Short answer, yes, with 5 exclamation points. Hollywood guy, that is a short and sweet, simple answer, bro. Yes, 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 yes. Sasha Banks, Kairi Sane, put a title on the line or not, doesn't fucking matter. That's a mega match. And not only could I see it happening, I believe that is happening. I believe down the line you're going to see that match, Hollywood guy. Not just in the States. So, yeah, and can I add a little bit extra, a cherry on top, Hollywood guy, if I may? I'd be looking forward to that. That would be a match that I would push for and go out of my way to witness. I don't care if I got to pay for it or I got to stay up at 3 a.m. to see it at a live, to see it live. I don't give a shit, man. That's something I would absolutely check out. There's just certain matches that I would just do. Yeah, I would move mountains to go and see. And when you're talking about somebody I highly respect, like a Sasha Banks, well, that answer is pretty fucking short and sweet. Yup. I have a whole list of matches I want to see Sasha Banks compete in. That's absolutely in that. Hollywood guy, salute, brother. I appreciate you coming on in, man, even on 10 minutes of notice. I know most of you guys that are going to catch this, it's going to be later. You're not going to know that I was live. I tried to warn you. Press the notification button. I still only give 10 minutes of notice, so even being notified, you may not be able to watch, but it's a better chance. Don't just be subscribed. That's half of it. Be notified. That way YouTube notifies you because I go live with like 10 minutes of notice. So Hollywood guy and everybody up in the chat right now, I appreciate you guys being notified or at least just getting lucky, checking the channel and seeing that BC was live. Yo, before I take off, guys, I want to give another shout out to Strict Tango. That's another 2-spot coffee. Strict Tango says, BC, do you remember Kane hit Chyna with a fireball? I don't remember the actual sequence of it, but I remember the how do I say this? The story of it. Does that make sense? I remember that it happened. I read a lot behind the scenes of it happening. I don't actually remember the act. I don't know why that is. Maybe I had a couple too many cold drinks at the time. I don't know. But Strict Tango, yeah, why? Is there a story developing from that, or just do I remember? Because I absolutely recall behind the scenes stories as well with that. Apparently, there was a little bit of there was a lot of issues with what Chyna was willing to take and what Glenn Jacobs felt comfortable issuing out. And there was a lot of disagreements. And Glenn Jacobs is such a nice dude. Joni Lauer, Chyna, was such a nice woman that, that argument would be like fucking Mickey Mouse arguing with Minnie. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't going to be that diabolical of an argument. That had been the nicest arguments in the history of pro wrestling, bro. Can you please not do that? Well, I would, if you don't mind, I would like to just do this instead. Please understand. Well, if you would please understand where I'm coming from, I'd be eternally thankful. Well, I would be grateful if you just listened to how I would want to do it. Strict Tango, just asking. Yeah. I remember so much about China. See, a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people just want to say this person could be the next China. And maybe even I've said things like that. And it's wrong. I shouldn't. I'll take an L on that. If I ever did say it, I would absolutely take an L. You can never have another China. There's nobody like her. There's not going to be a Rhea Ripley being a China. Nikita Lyons is never going to be another China. Jade Cargill will never be another China. China was truly one of a kind because she was truly one of a kind. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. And I say this because there's a lot of younger fans that truly never got to see what China did in this business. I'm not talking about just winning like Royal Rumble matches or anything like that, or taking on dudes. I'm talking about what she did with people like Kane, what she did with people like Chris Jericho, who actually socked her, how she fucking conducted herself on the road with her, at that point, boyfriend, fiance, whatever the fuck, Triple H, Paul Levesque. The grind that she was willing to do in the gym and then go right to the events and then back to the gym for midnight workouts. Like, she was one of the boys. Anyway, Strict Tango, I don't want to go off subject. I just wanted to say I wanted to send props to China because I was eternally grateful that I got to witness her because she was an exceptional talent, but she was such a genuinely beautiful human being. And unfortunately, her world got rattled when Paul Levesque did that to her. I'm not totally throwing that just on him, by the way. But after that, and then she lost her job, and they started, in her words, just being all weird to her, and it just started this downward spiral, and she never recovered from it. And, you know, it sucks to see a beautiful soul lose their way and not have the proper help to be there for them. And in the end, it was too strong to overcome, and we lost China. And to this day, it doesn't feel right that I don't even think she's been solely conducted into the Hall of Fame. I think she went in with DX, but I'll do some more research. But I don't think that Joni Lauer China has ever been by herself conducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, and that's a tragedy. It's absolute bullshit when you see some of the names in there. And you know, and I understand, you know, Paul Levesque saw an opening, man. Paul Levesque saw, he had a chance with the boss's daughter. And this is somebody who always kissed, his nose was always up the ass of power. And the way that he did China dirty, and then afterwards to do that to China, to outcast her. She loses her job, and you don't even bring her back to the fold. You outcast her so she doesn't even get into the Hall of Fame because it's too awkward. I don't like how Paul Levesque acted and conducted business afterwards. That's what I don't like, man. You can tell a lot about a fucking human being by what they do in their fucking lifetime. You know what I mean? And I'm not just talking about mistakes, just how they overall are. Papa H has done some of the douchiest things I've ever seen a pro wrestler do. Papa H, I have a list of about 100 things that this guy did. Most of them I never even talked about on this fucking channel. And it's just amazing to see how many people praise this motherfucker like he's a wrestling god and genius. It's amazing to me, man. Absolutely amazing to me. Anyway, that was my China rant. Strict Tango, yes. My answer, though, is yes. That was a long-ass answer. You got me talking about China, and I'm amped up on my 9th fucking coffee. Hold on. Before I take off, I think there was a couple more coffees being thrown over to BC, so I want to get everybody here, man. JR9 Gaming! My right-hand man on the channel. I hope you're doing better, brother. I know I said this 10 times, but I didn't get to see in the chat if you were better. JR9 says, Isla is great at character work. She's the White Witch. It's a mix of Crazy Nikki and Twisted Alexa. The Scott versus Scott feud will be straight fire to watch. I'm hearing positive things about it, JR9. I have to do much more research. I just have to get more in tune with the NXT product, to be honest with you. But I'm hearing good things. I don't see... Do you see, JR9, if you're still up in the chat, do you see Alba Fire even getting the title then? That looked to be her last chance, correct? Now she goes into this feud, and then she either gets called up, I don't know if that's a demotion or a promotion, Or I mean, I don't know where she would go from here. JR9, are you still up in here? Let me know if you think that your girl even gets the title then now, because it looks like that's it. Mandy's going to go off on her own way. Alba won't get the title. Roxanne is getting it. Well, now, dude, now you're going from your girl to my girl, bro. Roxanne Perez, Roxy. So you get what you kind of want, man. If you're saying that what you're saying is accurate, and I know you know way more on this NXT product, if Isla is that good, the Scott versus the Scott feud, and that's going to be straight money, then we also get Mandy Rose versus Roxy. I think a lot of people are going to be happy, bro. Man, if they give that to Roxy, BC, I'm not just going to watch, man. I'm going to have a fucking party that night. We may have to go live for that one, guys. JR9, thank you for that scouting report, man. Honestly, I do have to see some more work of this woman. I know I must have seen a bunch of her match. It's one of those things, man. There's a lot of people coming in, and I just hope that H knows what he's doing with all these people. Shawn Michaels knows what he's doing with everybody. It sounds like this is going to be straight fucking fire, as you said. Two Scots going at it. It's going to be physical. JR9, hope you're feeling better, brother. Dave Mealy's up in this bitch with a $4.99 $5 coffee. $5. Dave! What's up, Dave? You didn't think I was going to miss a video, did you? Nice try, YouTube. Dave! What up, brother? I'm glad you caught some of this, man. Dave, this was on 10 minutes of notice. I don't even know if I can blame Tube too much. But I know you're notified, so if they waited this long to notify you, then... I always hear people say that. They get notified like a half an hour into the live stream. But it's also... I don't do myself any favors. I give 10 minutes of notice, I go live, and then I'm off 45 an hour later. And everybody comes up later. Basically, I didn't know you were live. Well, were you notified, motherfucker? Are you just subscribed and not notified? Because you should have known. Dave Mealy. Much love and respect, brother. And Sheriff Rivers is up in here with a 5-spot coffee. Says, no need for medicine or bedtime stories when Raw is on. No, bro, that's way better than any NyQuil is going to give you, Sheriff Rivers. And under Triple H, it's the same fucking shit. Don't let anybody tell you differently. If you don't watch the shows and you're getting other reviews, please, motherfucker. BC's telling you this is no fucking different. And by the way... I'm going to say this again because I was asked about it in yesterday's fucking vid. I wouldn't even allow the fucking comment because I don't want people fucking jumping like this is a real story. Gunther was never being buried by Vince. How many times do I have to say this, guys? I talked about this 4 months ago when this fucking stupid schmuck WrestleVotes, who's not even reputable. It's a fucking Stunad fan that probably never leaves his fucking house. And he fucking just makes up the fucking wrestling news. And it's always like bare minimum, so it could be true. So nobody can really call him out on it until the wrestlers actually do. Kaiser and a bunch of them actually called this story out 4 months ago and said it was bullshit. And here we are because Triple H had a bad week. Triple H had a botch of epic botch proportions. And what are we talking about? What's the Triple H dick suckers talking about? They're talking about Vince McMahon on Triple H's worst week so far? How the fuck did we recycle a story that was 4 months ago? What the fuck are we doing? Are we seriously recycling Vince McMahon's stories because we don't want to make Triple H look bad? Is that really what we did, Unit? Unit, I'm asking a question. Did we just recycle a Vince McMahon 4-month-old story that was already debunked? The wrestlers themselves, Imperium, said that is bullshit. And then 4 months later, they're like, Vince was gonna bury Gunther. Little do they know that Gunther was a Vince loved Gunther. Gunther was winning nonstop. Gunther was the IC title holder. Gunther was about to take over World Wrestling Entertainment. A burial? Wow. You know it's bad when the person making up the false news doesn't even know what the fuck they're talking about. They can't even make up a story. WrestleVotes. I vote you lose your fucking wrestling fucking privileges. Dumbasses. I just could not believe that in Triple H's worst week, instead of calling out all of this shit and calling Triple H right down the line, he needs to improve a lot of shit booking-wise. Instead of doing that, we're talking about Vince McMahon burying Gunther? What? My God, how much of fucking Vince's cock is in these motherfuckers' mouths? Get that shit out of your mouth. Take a swig of coffee, do something. But you gots to get Vince McMahon out of your mouth. You gots to. You just gots to. Rondo. It is bullshit, bro. But the wrestlers had to come out and call this report 4 months ago bullshit. I just think it's funny that we're coddling the balls of Triple H so much that we're deflecting back to Vince, an old Vince false story. It's hilarious to me. Absolutely fucking hilarious to me. If it wasn't so damn tragic. I gotta get the fuck off the tube now because I'm so fucking amplified, bro. Sheriff Rivers, I appreciate that. And before I take off, man, I want to give some love over to Godswilla, who just threw BC a 5-spot coffee. I appreciate the coffee, Godswilla. Appreciate the Starbucks, man. I like Roman, but I'm getting tired of him being part-time. Godswilla, I'm going to say this because I think Roman's doing the best work of his career. I love a long champion. I love he's beating everybody, to be honest. What I don't like, Godswilla, is when people are fed to him. And what that means is he beats you and then you just fall to the wayside. You're in like the island of irrelevancy. We saw that happen with Balor for a while, Cesaro. Was it Shinsuke as well? Maybe Shinsuke. A bunch of people. They got fed, and that's why I didn't want to see AJ Styles just get fed to Roman at Crown Jewel. That's why I was happy with an exhibition match with Logan Paul. But I don't like the fact when people get fed, not just beat, I'm okay with that, but when they get fed to Roman. And I'm also not okay with him not working Mondays. In other words, they put 2 titles on him, and then they restructured a contract where he doesn't have to show up a lot. He doesn't even have to wrestle at every pay-per-view. That I do not like. So, Godswilla, what I'm saying is I actually agree with you big time, man. On the majority of it. I still like where they're going with him. And at WrestleMania, he loses the title. I mean, I love this. But when you started to make him not show up to all these dates, and you had him cut his schedule in half with 2 fucking titles, that's where you lost BC. Wrestle clowns. I love that shit, man. Yeah. It's amazing to me. All these stories that I'm seeing lately are insider wrestle votes claims the following story. And I'm like, insider to who? Because my sources, and you don't even hear me say that word, right? Even when I'm talking about my people, I don't say my sources. But if you want to talk insiders, I play it down, bro. I'm humbled. I never talk about my people down in Florida, but if you want to really go there, my fucking people down in Florida know a lot more than these motherfuckers. And they told me this story from the jump was absolute cringe bullshit. And then immediately, fucking, what was it, 2 days later? The fucking talent came out and even debunked it. This dude is as much of a fucking insider as I am as a barista. And you don't want to see me behind the counter at a Starbucks. I'll be spilling everybody's coffee, looking at everybody while they look at me make their coffee, and I'll be like, what are you looking at? So look at the fucking wall when I make your fucking coffee. Stop being fucking rude. Are you being disrespectful? You looking at me, motherfucker? Turn around. I would be horrible. I'd be fucking horrible, right? Now, picture if somebody who has no wrestling knowledge and just makes up fucking false wrestling stories is actually an insider. Bullshit. That doesn't work. Fuck wrestle votes and fuck the fucking ship he sailed in on. Fucking bullshit. Sick of these fucking stupid ass stories that if you just use common sense and logic, you would know it's false. Vince McMahon was pushing the shit out of this guy, Gunther. He was the IC title holder. And you know what they claim? I can't believe people don't believe it. It's something Vince would totally do. And that's how these fucking idiots get away with these false stories. Because they just give you enough of what they would do, but they don't have proof that it actually happened. It's just, oh, well, Vince would do this, so I can make a story out of this. And if it's Vince McMahon, you're going to get fucking views. I always teach you guys that. It's bullshit. BC was never like that. When BC fucking ran Vince McMahon into the mud, it was because it needed to happen. BC was fucking tired of this show for the last 10 years being in the shitter. And yeah, under Triple H, it ain't that much better, Jack. Don't lie to yourself and say it's a lot better. It fucking sucks still. With Paul Levesque, the show still sucks. I'm the only son of a bitch that's gonna tell you to you straight. I'm the only one left that will hold Triple H accountable because there's nobody else left in the podcasting world. It's BC, and everybody else is coddling the balls. My name is the Amplified Man. That is your spur of the moment on 10 minutes of notice, almost 1 hour live stream. Till next time, guys. I appreciate every single one of you. Oh, hold on. Wait a second. Hold on. Jimmy Fingers, is that you, brother? Jimmy Fingers 19 at the last second coming in here with that 519 coffee. Jimmy Fingers, man. Jimmy Fingers, I love that comment the other day, brother. Was it yesterday or the other day? I forgot. Up in the comment section, one of my videos, Jimmy Fingers. Jimmy Fingers went through my whole Corey Graves searching for the panties of his mistress story. If you guys missed my review of Monday Night Raw, it's a must-see, must-hear, even if you just pop in the earbuds. But Jimmy Fingers 19, I loved your recap, brother. Jimmy Fingers 19 says, the Triple H PP swingers are just looking for the panties, BC. That's all it is. The Triple H... The PP, what's PP, man? I'm not good at these acronyms, guys. What's PP? Are you allowed to say this on YouTube, or is it going to be in a blocked word category? Jimmy Fingers 19. The Triple H, what's PP? Do I want to know? All right, let's just leave it at that. Maybe I don't want to know, Jimmy Fingers. Jimmy Fingers, the Triple H, but we'll just say the Triple H ball swingers are just looking for the panties, BC. That's all it is. Yeah, if you guys, again, don't know what we're talking about, you might want to catch the Raw review, bro. Penis swingers? Oh, man, I don't know. Maybe they are. I mean, the way they coddle fucking Triple H and protect him and fucking... This guy can do no wrong. They're hanging on more than just his balls, it seems, brah. Anyway, what is that? Jimmy Fingers 19, bro. Good to see you at the tail end of the stream. All right, guys. BC's got to check out because I got some things to do, and I know you guys do, and we are less than an hour away from AEW Dynamite if anybody is checking it out, man. Hopefully we can see some fucking... Some Renee Paquette MJF fucking face-to-face, bro. The penis pickers. Oh, man, this is going off the fucking rails now. Penis protectors. Derek Fleming Jr. I'm going to go with that one, brother, for Triple H and his penis protectors. The show's off the rails. This is a good time to say BC, top guy, saying I'm out and check you. Thank you guys for the coffees, man. In fact, I got to give one more last shout-out, man, to you guys. Hold on. You guys know how I roll, man. To everybody that threw BC a coffee. Fleck Guapo, Strict Tango, Haley Lucas, A. Merrick, Hollywood Guy, JR9 Gaming, Dave Maley, Sheriff Rivers, Jimmy Fingers 19, and God Swilla. I appreciate all the coffees, guys. You guys are the best. Do me a favor on the way out, guys. For anybody still up in the chat, do me a favor, man. Put up either some coffee emojis, some fucking bicep emojis, because we're amplified, or some lightning bolts. I need to know that you guys are amplified for the rest of the fucking night, huh? Capiche? Capiche? That's what I'm talking about. Put up some fucking electrifying emojis, man. Some coffee, some fucking biceps, some lightning bolts. Come on, brah. There you go, fucking Big Nang. That's what I'm talking about. Marie, that's what I'm talking about. Angel Scratch Show, that's what I'm talking. MD, that's what I'm talking. Jared 9, Pile Driver, Zach. Zach's fucking pumping that shit. Pimp Jesus, Crazy Country Boy, Isaiah, Sir Charles, Tony, Alicia, James, Shrimp Fajitas, Chris. Let's fucking caution the world. We're amplified. All right, guys. CJ White, Alice. Guys, all you guys, man. Carlos Ray, you still up in here? And everybody, Demonte, Mabry, Strict Tango, man. To all you guys, man, and to everybody, all the thousands of you that are going to catch this afterwards. I only gave 10 minutes of notice. Relax. Don't beat yourself up that you didn't catch BC live. I only gave 10 minutes of notice, but you should be notified, not just subscribed, because I always give about 10 minutes of notice, and then I just pop up with a live out of nowhere. I say it's going to be for a half an hour. My amplified unit is fucking banging out, man. Kaya! Thank you, Kaya. So, that's the deal, man. Subscribe and notified. That's how you have the best chance of checking out BC. All right, guys, I'm out. Pile driver, everybody. I'm out. I'll be here another fucking hour. I got one sip left. Man, you talk about timing, dude. One sip left. Salute. Check you. No, there's no hitting the music. It's just me, man. There ain't no Sash. Sasha left hours ago. I get the jobber exit. Jobber